Donald Trump, we're looking at new polling now that shows that his support is cratering in some of the swing states. And it is also cratering for a lot of those senators who, incumbent Republican senators, who decided to vote to protect him during the impeachment. It's very difficult for these people to escape their association with Donald Trump. Now, that is also typically the case. So it's not necessarily things like impeachment, but that's one of the values in my mind was always about impeachment, was that you have the most explicit I support Donald Trump vote that can exist in the context of our government. There is no vote of confidence. And that impeachment vote, I think, sort of lingers there. So we're seeing these numbers in places like Arizona, in places like North Carolina, in Michigan, in races around the country where the Republican senators are cratering a bit, and Donald Trump is too. However, he's got a response for that. Here's clip number one.
Poll numbers are very good. The poll numbers we have are very good. We're leading in North Carolina. We're leading in Pennsylvania. We're leading in Arizona. Our numbers. We're leading in Arizona. We're leading nicely in Florida. I think our poll numbers are very good. We're leading substantially in Georgia. I mean, we get a lot of suppression polls. We get a lot of fake polls, just like we have fake news. I mean, it's a terrible thing when you look at it. But I had the same thing 4 years ago. I was losing everywhere. I had poll numbers where I wasn't going to win any state, and I ended up winning every one of them. The swing states. I wasn't going to win any of them, and I won all of them. And I have the same thing this year. This year they have it even closer. They have it closer, but it's the same suppression-type polls. We have polls that show me leading in almost every swing state and substantially in other states by even more than I won in 2016. When you look at Florida as an example, you have thousands of boats out of the ocean, out on the intercoastal. You look at other states where likewise you have thousands of boats and they're all waving the Trump sign, Trump-Pence sign, and they're so proud. Thousands and thousands, you've seen it, where you have bikers for Trump with lines that are miles long on highways going along on weekends. I think there's more spirit now than there's ever been for my campaign, and that includes 2016.
So wait a second. They have these internal polls that show them up in all these swing states, and here's some evidence backing that up. There are boaters and bikers who are supporting you.
It's the new sign. It's the new. Oh, have you seen all the signs on the street? It's the yard signs. It's the boat signs. It's the biker signs.
The recreational vehicle.
Are there that many boaters? I mean, I imagine there's a lot of boaters in the intercoastal. What do you call it?
And I do imagine Trump cleans up with them.
Yeah, I would imagine that's the case. But I mean, are we really talking about that many? I feel like that's like they could all basically vote at one district.
Those are the people he sees in Mar-a-Lago. It's like all he sees all day long is just boats.
I mean, you really get the sense from that there is someone who's in charge in the White House of making sure that he's okay. And they're going in and they're like, okay, just change the polls, go in there, tell them we got great polls, and then just keep talking about the boaters and the bikers. Like, where is Donald Trump seeing miles of bikers driving? Where is he seeing that? Someone obviously told him that they saw this at one point, right? A long time ago. And he's just like holding on to this thing like it's like it's precious.
Well,
the story about the biker.
A rally with, I mean, I know they used to have biker rallies. It was that one biker guy who was making the rounds on TV. I forgot his name. Whatever, he's gone now. And then they did a rally with the boats at one point, like recently. It was like a COVID rally. It was like the moment they like addressed COVID, but really it was an opportunity for him.
How many boats though can you get even like into a harbor, like small boats, like 200? Like there's 200 people who are supporting me in Florida. Like,
What's interesting, he seems to be tying it to enthusiasm, but because the idea of enthusiasm, is abstract to him and not really like going to change the outcome of how many people vote, he can't like just rest his hat on that. He has to it has to be grand, it has to be votes, it has to be, recreational vehicles in support of him as well.
My people, my people.